Game 3. It is time to go to the city of Roundabouts. Carmel, Indiana, the host of Game 3 and Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Racers looking to go up 3-0 on the series. Centerton, Carmel coming up next. We are here today from the traffic-inducing port here in Carmel. The Racers look strong tonight here this season as well. You can see it says lots of traffic. In what we heard, that the Racers did not hit traffic. Let's meet the starting five for both teams, starting with the Racers. They have Cooper Dunbar, Jonathan Stevenson, Landon Lampley, Garrett Irwin, and Grant Irwin. The Irwin twins are starting, and for the Roundabouts, it's the same lineup. It's Evan Harrell, Max Weiss, Baron Walker, Jordan Lomax, and Trey Shelsky. And we are underway from Carmel. And here we go, and it's going to be stolen away at first by the Racers. Irwin gives it back to Stevenson. Pass to Dunbar, down to Irwin. Garrett Irwin from deep for three. Great start by the Racers. Coming in tonight, coming into the stadium, coming into the city tonight, we had to go through all the roundabouts, and we hit traffic. We were like half an hour late, though, but that's okay. Dunbar back to Irwin, back to Dunbar. Here is Lampley. Landon Lampley for three. It's 6-2. Harold there to Shelsky. Shelsky for two. Now Irwin gives it back to Dunbar. Dunbar gives it to Stevenson. Stevenson back out to Irwin. Garrett Irwin back to Dunbar. Here is Irwin again. Grant Irwin back to Dunbar. Cooper Dunbar for three. Make it 9-4. Racers up by 5. Weiss has the ball. Covered by Stevenson. Great defense by Stevenson. Now Lomax back to Harrell. Evan Harrell with the slam. 3-point lead though. Dunbar back with it. Dunbar pass to Irwin. Grant Irwin with it. No, Garrett Irwin has it back to Stevenson. Stevenson goes up, and he's going to go up and miss the two. But Lomax with the foul. At the line for two for the Racers, it is Jonathan Stevenson. First free throw is made. Here's the second free throw. Stevenson's second free throw is good. Make it 11-6. Harrell has the ball. Stevenson covering. Dunbar there, covering Harrell. Harrell to Weiss. Stolen by Stevenson. Dunbar. Pass to Irwin. Now back to Stevenson. Jonathan Stevenson for three. Make it 14-6. It is 14-6. The Racers have the lead. Harrell now has the ball. Harrell back to Shelsky. Shelsky looks up, and he is going to score. 14-8 now. Irwin gives it back to Dunbar. Dunbar has the ball. Harrell covering. Here's Dunbar. Back to Stevenson. Stevenson with the slam. Nice dunk by Jonathan Stevenson. Harrell now has the ball. Timeout Carmel. The Roundabouts are down by 8. Centerton off to a hot start here at the traffic-inducing port. Folks, we are back live here to... Folks, we are back live here. Yeah, folks, we're back live here to Centerton. Here to Carmel. It is a good game. Roundabouts down by 8. Now look at the league leaders' rebounds per game in the playoffs. Shelsky leads over Isaiah Hill. Shelsky, of course, he is from Carmel. Here's Lomax. Lomax gives it to Shelsky. Shelsky with it. Back to Haynes. Haynes with the ball. Back to Lomax. Lomax with the ball now. Jordan Lomax misses the 2. Irwin rebound. Back to Crum. Carter Crum with the ball. Crum back to Irwin. Ray Irwin back to Lampley. Landon Lampley. He will miss the 3. Walker with the big rebound. Walker to Vice. Vice with it. Back to Lomax. Jordan Lomax for 3. Lomax has been good all season. Can Carmel, with their team, come back and win it? Crum back to Lampley. Lampley to Dunbar. Dunbar back to Crum. Pass to Lampley. Landon Lampley, he will miss another 3. Walker rebound. Now here's Haynes. Pass to Vice. Max Vice for 2. Here comes the Roundabouts. The Carmel Roundabouts are usually really good, and they are playing really good tonight. Stevenson to Crum. Back to Lampley. Now it's Crum. Now it's Dunbar. Cooper Dunbar will miss another 3. Vice with the ball. Covered by Dunbar. Now here's Haynes. Lomax back to Haynes. Haynes to Walker. Walker with the ball. He goes on for 2. He will miss the shot. Dunbar with the rebound. Dunbar to Lampley. Lampley looks back to Dunbar. Cooper Dunbar misses the 3. Shelsky big rebound. Now it's Walker. Walker has it. Pass to Vice. Max Vice. He will miss the 3 from the corner. Lampley to Stevenson. Jonathan Stevenson will miss the jumping 3. Shelsky back to Lomax. Lomax goes up. He will score. It's a 1-point lead for the Racers. Here's Crum. He has the ball. Back to Dunbar. Dunbar loses the ball. Walker steals it. Lomax goes back to Shelsky. Shelsky gets fouled by Crum.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2, number 21.
Trey Shelsky at the line for 2. He has a chance to take the lead for the Roundabouts. Really good game here from Carmel. Shelsky makes the first free throw. We are all tied up. Bo Polston coming into the game now. Nash Sigmund as well. Now here's Shelsky. Shelsky has the ball. Second free throw is good. Carmel has the lead. The Roundabouts have the lead. Here's Crum. Pass to Dunbar. Dunbar looks. Pass to Polson. Now to Crum. Weldy back to Sigmund. Now here's Polson. Crum. Polson again. Now it's Crum. Carter Crum taking it himself. He will score. Racers up by 1. Here's Quentin Volts. Volts has it himself. Back to Haynes. Scholar. Haynes will miss the 3. Sigmund from deep 3-point range. He will miss the 3. And the Racers are up by 1 after the first quarter. Great game from the traffic-inducing court in Carmel, Indiana. Centerton is up by 1. Back live from Carmel. The Roundabouts down by 1 to the Racers. What a game we are seeing here tonight. Here we go. Looks like that Jackson Gordon is into the game, same as Garrett Irwin. Crum gives it to Weldy. Weldy to Irwin, back to Gordon. Jackson Gordon for 3. Gordon has been on fire in the playoffs. Haynes has it covered by Crum. Crum there. Here's Haynes. Pass now to Volts. Volts almost drops it. Now it's Haynes with the slam. The defense was not looking. Crum there. Back to Gordon. Gordon to Sigmund. Big pass to Weldy. Levi Weldy for 2.
Assist goes to number 16.
Sigmund with the assist. Walker there. Now here's Wilkerson. Jacob Wilkerson will miss the 3. Gordon has it. Pass to Sigmund. Sigmund to Irwin. Garrett Irwin misses the 3. Ellis rebound. Here's Haynes. Haynes has it. Scholar Haynes for 2. It's a 2-point lead once again for the Racers. Now here's Weldy. Pass to Crum. Carter Crum for 2. He will go up and score. Walker has the ball. Timeout, Carmel. The Roundabouts call a timeout. They are down by 4. Back live from Carmel. You know what? Tonight's game has been than we thought it was going to be. We thought that Centerton was going to run away with it. But right now, the Racers, they aren't running away with it. Ellis has the ball. Back to Harrell. Harrell has it back to Haynes. Scholar Haynes with the ball. Scholar Haynes will miss, but Ellis puts it back up for 2. Dunbar with the ball. How about Bo Colson getting playing time tonight? Dunbar has it. Keep slamming it in. Dunbar with the slam. Walker now has the ball. Pass to Harrell. Harrell with it. He looks. Keeps it himself. He will slam it in. 2-point lead again for the Racers. Dunbar has the ball once again. He looks back to Crum. Crum has it. Corner Crum will make the 2. Crum has been outstanding as well tonight. Walker has it. Pass to Ellis. Eli Ellis with it. Back to Walker. Walker with it once again. Back to Harrell. Harrell looks. Evan Harrell misses the 3. Weldy rebound. Here's Dunbar back to Irwin. Irwin to Polston. Bo Polston for 2.
Number 13.
Racers up by 6 again. Harrell with the ball. Harrell there. Back to Ellis. Ellis covered by Polston. Back to Walker. Here's Volts. Quentin Volts back to Walker, and it's almost stolen away. Walker, the pass to Harrell from behind. Evan Harrell for 2. Carmel is keeping track, is keeping pace with Centerton. Timeout Racers, their first timeout called tonight, and it is 31-27, a really good game. We welcome you back here to Carmel. It is such a good game indeed. The Roundabouts down only by a few. This is usually not a close game. This series has been a blowout for the Racers. Field goal percentage this season, Jonathan Stevenson leads that. Really good game here tonight. Stevenson has the ball. He is back out there. Stevenson gives it to Lampley. Lampley back to Stevenson. Stevenson to Sigmund. Sigmund out there. Back to Weldy. Levi Weldy for 3. Racers get another 3-pointer. They have been strong for 3 this series. Here's Harrell. Pass to Lomax. Lomax to Haynes. Haynes to Harrell. Evan Harrell goes up. He will miss the 3. Stevenson rebound. Back to Lampley. Lampley out there. Pass to Sigmund. Sigmund has it. Looks to keep himself. He does. Nash Sigmund will miss the 2. Volts with the big rebound. Pass to Haynes. Haynes with the ball. Haynes back to Lomax. Now it's Harrell. Harrell will miss the shot. Lampley rebound. Landon Lampley keeps it himself. He goes up. He will not score. Shelsky with the rebound. Shelsky's been great with the rebounds. Here's Harrell. Harrell back to Lomax. Lomax to Haynes. Scholar. Haynes for 3. 4-point lead for the for the Racers. Haynes has 7 tonight. Sigmund with it. Back to Weldy. Levi Weldy. He will miss the 3. Haynes rebound. Haynes back to Lomax. Here's Shelsky. Trey Shelsky for 2. Lampley has the ball. 2-point lead for the Racers. Lampley passes Stevenson. And Stevenson with the easy layup. Stevenson off the backboard for 2. Haynes has the ball. Haynes looks. Back to Volts. Volts has the ball. Keeps it himself. Quentin Volts for 2. If that was a 3-pointer, that would have been huge. But now it's Lampley. Back to Stevenson. Pass to Weldy. Now it's Lampley. Lampley to Sigmund. Nash Sigmund keeps it himself. Can't drain it. 2-point lead at halftime. The Roundabouts look really strong tonight in Game 3. Carmel down by 2.
Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot. Oh, so give it up for the participants.
And we welcome you to the Nova Rain halftime show. It's been a great game up in Carmel. And it's been a really fun playoffs as well. The three-pointers are draining for the Racers, but they've also struggled more on offense this time. Take a look at the bracket. What is coming up tomorrow? The Nova Rain Center hosting another playoff game. It should be rocking. Yeah, that place should be rocking tomorrow night. The Arrows and the Huskies take action from the Nova Rain Center. That should be a really fun game in Game 3. But now this series has a chance to have a Game 5 back in Centerton. Stevenson and Shelsky are your top performers tonight. Back live here from Carmel. Or can we see a Game 5 be clinched by Carmel? Or will Centerton be one game away from moving on to the next round? The finals. Who will punch their ticket to the finals? That is the question. How about Trey Shelsky's first half, though? Shelsky has been great tonight. We are back live here from Carmel. The Racers have the ball first to start the second half. Stevenson back to lane play, back to Irwin. Irwin with it. Garrett Irwin has the ball, back to Stevenson. To Dunbar again. Dunbar there. To Irwin. Grant Irwin for two. Do not put Centerton down. They can come back. And I could say the same thing about Carmel tonight. Lomax to Shelsky, to Weiss, back to Harrell. Harrell to Walker. Barron Walker. He will miss the three. Grant Irwin rebound. Here's Landon Lampley. He will go up and score the two. Evan Harrell has been the guy for Carmel this season. Jordan Lomax for two. Harrell and Lomax have been the guys in the playoffs for the Roundabouts that have helped them, especially against the hard team, against the Thunder, the hard Thunder team. Stevenson back to Irwin. Irwin back to Irwin, now Stevenson, now here's Dunbar. Dunbar from the corner will miss the three. Weiss, big rebound. Back to Shelsky. Shelsky for two. Now it's Dunbar. He has the ball. Dunbar looks. Fake shot back to Grant Irwin. Grant to lane play. Here's the lane play back to Garrett. Garrett Irwin with the ball to his other brother Grant. Grant will miss the two. Weiss with the rebound. They have a chance to tie it or take the lead. Weiss to Shelsky. Shelsky will miss the two, but it's a foul by Grant Irwin. Grant Irwin has a chance. Not Grant. Trey Shelsky now has a chance to tie the game for the Roundabouts. Irwin with that huge foul. Here is Shelsky. First free throw for Shelsky is good. 1 point lead for the Racers. I almost said Arrows for some reason. Now, here's Shelsky. Second free throw. Here's Shelsky. Second free throw is good. Irwin gives it to Dunbar. We are all tied up at 40. Dunbar has the ball. Gives it to Lampley. Lampley has it. Passes Stevenson. Stevenson looks back to Dunbar. Cooper Dunbar misses a 3, but Stevenson gets it back and puts it in for 2. Great shot by Stevenson. Great comeback by the Racers. Vice back to Harrell. Harrell to Walker. Baron Walker. He will miss the 3. That was their chance to take the lead back. Dunbar has it. He will dunk it in. Racers up by 4. Harrell has the ball now. Harrell passes to Lomax. Lomax looks back to Walker. Vice now it's Shelsky. Shelsky to Walker again. Walker looks. Baron Walker misses the 3. Grant Irwin with another rebound. Dunbar has the ball. Pass to Irwin. Irwin to Stevenson. Stevenson goes up. Easy 2-pointer. 6-point lead for the Racers. Vice has it, covered by Stevenson. Vice to Walker. Walker goes up to Shelsky. Shelsky, easy 2-pointer. He has 16 points tonight. Now it's Dunbar with it. Dunbar looks. Pass to Stevenson, now it's Lampley. Lampley to Irwin. Garrett Irwin with the ball. Looks on, back to Stevenson. Stevenson to Dunbar. Cooper Dunbar inside the paint will miss the 2. Shelsky pass to Harrell. Harrell will go up, he will miss the 2. Stevenson rebound. Stevenson back to Dunbar. Dunbar with another slam. Timeout Carmel. And now we are back live from Carmel. Here we go into the game now for the Racers. Carter Crum is into the game. And for the Roundabouts, Haynes is into the game. Here's Jordan Lomax. Lomax gives it to Vice. Vice to Haynes. Haynes to Shelsky. Shelsky has the ball. Now it's Haynes. Scholar Haynes misses the 3. Irwin with the rebound. Now here's Lampley. Lampley to Stevenson. Jonathan Stevenson for 2. He's been great from 2-point range tonight. Stevenson has 15. Here's Lomax. Back to Haynes. Scholar Haynes for 2. He shoots it from by the rim. Here's Crum. Crum has it. Looks on. Passes Stevenson. Stevenson to Irwin. Grant Irwin there. He will go for 2. Shelsky with the foul. Shelsky fouls him on the way up, but Grant Irwin will be at the line for 2. Weldy and Sigmund are into the game for the Racers. Once again at the line for 1, not 2. It's Grant Irwin. He makes the free throw. 53-44. The Racers offense really strong tonight in this season. Volts with the ball. Quentin Volts. He will miss the 3. Irwin rebound. Now it's Dunbar. Pass to Sigmund. Sigmund misses the easy 2. Haynes with the ball now. Back to Volts. Volts has it. Wilkerson covering Irwin and Weldy. Volts looks, holds it himself. Time runs out. Final seconds. Baron Walker misses the 3. And after the third quarter, the Racers are up by 9. 53-44. Centerton has the lead. 1 quarter of play left to go here in here in Carmel. What a game we are seeing here tonight. The Racers are up by 9. Here's Evan Harrell. He has the ball. Back to Wilkerson. Wilkerson to Haynes. Scholar. Haynes misses the 2. Polson rebound. Back to Garrett Irwin. Irwin back to Lampley. Lampley has it. Keeps it himself. He will make the 2-pointer. 11-point lead for the Racers. Great shot by Landon Lampley. Here's Harrell. Pass to Volts. Volts back to Lomax. Lomax will miss the 2. Garrett Irwin with the rebound. Pass to Crum. Crum has it. Crum looks back to Polson. Bo Polson will miss the 3. Harrell rebound. Harrell to Wilkerson. Wilkerson will miss the 2. Weldy with the rebound. Now it's Crum. Crum back to Polson. Pass to Crum. Here's Crum. Carter Crum. Pass to Weldy. Levi Weldy spins and slams it in. Centerton pulling away here in tonight's game. Harrell back to Haynes. Scholar. Haynes for 3. 10-point lead for the Racers. Crum. Pass to Weldy. He slams it in again. The Racers look strong here tonight. Now here's Harrell. Evan Harrell with the ball. Back to Haynes. Scholar. Haynes misses another 3. Irwin with the rebound. Here's Garrett Irwin. Irwin hands off to Polson. Back to Irwin. Now it's Lampley. Lampley to Polson. Here's Polson. Back to Crum. Carter Crum to Weldy. Weldy looks to Polson. To Lampley. Now to Crum. Carter Crum to Polson again. Lampley, Irwin, Weldy. Now it's Crum once again. Carter Crum puts it in for 2.
Number 15.
Underhand 2-pointer for Carter Crum. Timeout Carmel. Centerton is up 61-47. And we welcome you back here to Carmel. 61-47. What is at stake in this one? If Carmel comes back and wins, they will force Game 5 in Centerton in like 4 days. But if Centerton wins tonight in 2 days, we will be back here for Game 4. And Centerton will have a chance then to advance to the finals. Baron Walker will miss the 3. Irwin rebound. Now it's Lampley. Lampley with it back to Dunbar. Here's Garrett Irwin. Pass to Lampley. Back to Grant. Irwin back to Dunbar. Cooper Dunbar off the rim. Misses the 3. Harold pass to Lomax. Jordan Lomax. He will miss the 3. Dunbar rebound. Dunbar has the ball. Looks back to Stevenson. Stevenson to Irwin. Irwin to Irwin. It's Grant Irwin now. Pass Lampley. Now it's Dunbar again. Dunbar looks, keeps it himself. Can't find a way to make it into the basket. Shelsky back to Harrell. Harrell has the ball. Covered by Dunbar. Evan Harrell for 3. 11-point lead now for the Racers. Dunbar has the ball now. 2 minutes remaining here in Carmel. Dunbar has it. He looks, holds it himself. keeps it himself. Dunbar can't make it again. Lomax, big rebound. Pass to Harrell. Harrell has it. Dunbar covering. Harrell looks. Stolen by Dunbar. Dunbar to Irwin. It's Garrett Irwin with it. Back to Grant. Grant Irwin. Pass to Dunbar. Cooper Dunbar. He still can't make a three. Walker rebound. Back to Harrell. Evan Harrell with it. Covered by Dunbar. Harrell looks back to Shelsky. Trey Shelsky for two. 9-point lead now for the Racers. Stevenson to Dunbar. Dunbar getting covered by Harrell. Dunbar to Irwin. Garrett Irwin there. Passing Stevenson. Stevenson to Lampley. Landon Lampley for three. He makes another three-pointer. Now here's Harrell. Speeding down the lane. Covered by Dunbar. Evan Harrell for two. 10-point lead again for the Racers. Stevenson out there. Has the ball again. Pass to Dunbar. Dunbar looks. Back to Lampley. Lampley back to Dunbar. Dunbar looks. Keeps it himself. Goes up for three. Cooper Dunbar. Finally making another three-pointer. Harrell has the ball. Looks back to Lomax. Jordan Lomax for three. This Centerton team, they are a really good team offensively, but when it comes to the finals against either Evansville or Taro, I think they will lose. But in Game 3 belongs to the Racers. Centerton wins it by 10. Really fun game here tonight, but Centerton once again dominates the Roundabouts. Centerton 67, Carmel 57. Really fun game to watch here tonight. Let's now meet tonight's player of the game, presented by the Quaker Night Arrow Show. It's Jonathan Stevenson. Stevenson is tonight's player of the game.